Rams, welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. Welcome to the final day of the Bumblebee Figure-a-thon. So, as promised back in day one, last day here, we are looking at Optimus Prime. And this is easily my favorite figure of this whole line. As you can see, I don't have it 100% properly transformed. Like with all of these are complicated, detailed, and transformations. It's a lot of work and a lot of doing to get everything lined up just so. But, even with the kind of bad job I've done here, he looks really cool, really good. Gun goes ahead and stores in the trailer hitch, as you'd expect. Nice paint all around. Windows picked out on the sides here. The side mirrors. The windshield wipers, what they're called. Just overall, straight up, this is probably the best painted Voyager Optimus that we've gotten recently. Because, like, all of the silver lines, they actually continue like they're supposed to. They even unpainted these little red spots here to add some, further flair and detail. I have a lot of good to say about this figure, actually. Really quick, go through some comparison stuff here again. Rapid fire, we have Volkswagen Bumblebee, Jeep Bumblebee. See how that one works. Dropkick, Shatter, Cliff Jumper, and then for fun, just because it is relevant, the other Studio Series Optimus Prime. So you can see how a G1 style Studio Series looks alongside a more Bayverse style. I know that he had like 3 or 4 different designs in the Bay movies, but I'm just using this one. This is the one I've got. I actually like this one. And for fun, here he is with Earthrise Optimus, probably the most similar, just in terms of going after that G1 look. Again, this guy, I know I don't have him 100% transformed. If someone was to take their time and do a better job than me, this would be a bit more of a fair comparison for the truck modes here. And here he is with the Siege Optimus. Because why not just compare him to like every Voyager Optimus that came out around that time? This, like, I'm really having a hard time with my years having just shifted into New Year. But, yeah, we had this little period where we just got a flurry of Voyager Optimus figures. So, why not? I threw them all in here for a comparison. Thought it would be fun. And just because I'm curious, I have not actually tested this before. I want to see if he's compatible with either of their trailers. So, really quick, grab the trailer for Earthrise. Yes, my trailer is kitted out with the non-F upgrade kit. It kind of works. Here, let's take off this hitch piece, and so it either leans forward or it leans back. Probably works better with the unupgraded trailer, but that does work out still pretty well. I'm kind of impressed with that. So yeah, you just have to go buy another $50 figure if you want a trailer for this guy, apparently. And I doubt this is going to work. I'm pretty sure this is a different size peg, but yeah, that doesn't work at all. You can just kind of balance it. Nope, can't even balance it. So yep, if you want a trailer for him, you have to go buy Earthrise Optimus. Anyway, let me get the desk cleared off from the million figures that I just compared him to, and we'll go ahead and get into transformation. Alright guys, so I have to apologize, I did end up calling an alt, after how badly Shatter's transformation was in the last video, because, yeah, like, these videos were all shot in, like, one big marathon. These are very complicated figures. Do not review a whole bunch of complicated figures in one night. Your brain will turn to mush, and you will sit there forgetting how any of these figures work. But I literally had to go look up some MGO videos to remember how these guys work. So if you want to know how they transform, go watch MGO. He's been doing this way longer than I have. He's way better at it. There's a reason that I keep reminding my people that this is not a Transformers only channel. Transformers just happen to be one of the things I have on here. But anyway, yes. Now that we've got him transformed, this is a stunning figure. Detail is off the chart. It's everywhere. I forgot to flip these little panels up. Oops. Even with a video, I'm still getting it wrong. In fact, I need to flip those up way further. That's better. Okay, there, I have finished this transformation on camera. Yay! But, yeah, just, this is probably one of the most incredible Optimus Prime figures I've ever seen. There's a little bit of, like, back kibble that widens him out in the torso, but at the same time, just because of the way the silver pops, especially when you look at him in person, I don't know how much it will happen on camera, but in person, your eyes don't really think of these red sections as being part of his torso. You know, like that 3D space does, you know, help kind of differentiate, and it makes him look just jacked and awesome. It's not another Fatimus Prime. Posability on this guy is great. The head is on a limited ball joint. You get a little up and down rotation, some angles here and there. Like I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying, incredibly tight joints on this guy. I'm not going to force things. Shoulders can rotate basically all the way around if you keep the various bits of kibble out of the way and don't completely pop the figure apart. Again, that's just speaking to how dang tight these joints are, not actually something wrong with the figure. For in and out movement, these pieces on the shoulder will shift up and out of the way, which is really cool, actually. A little bit past 90-degree bend at the elbow. There is a rotation right there in the center of the bicep. As well as, for transformation, there's actually a rotation joint right here in the middle of the forearm. So you have that if you want it, though his fists do rotate on their own as well. So you actually have a couple different options for how you handle that. He does have waist rotation. These little side skirts will move out so he can kick forward. He can't really kick back just because of how much stuff is just right there, unfortunately. But he can do the splits. Rotation right there at the thigh. Double jointed knee. So really, really great deep knee bends. I forgot to fold these pieces up as well. Oops. The foot can go forward and back a bit. As well as there is an ankle tilt. You want to be careful while you're messing with the feet because there are just a lot of different pieces that come together to form the legs, and it is very easy to, especially when you have really tight joints like mine, it's really easy to start like taking things apart unintentionally. And then you can't get things to line up because the camera's looking at you, and for some reason, the camera makes you forget how figures work. Awesome. So, but yeah, this is, of all the Optimus Primes that came out, you know, the last year, go ahead and give him his gun. This is by far my favorite. By the way, yes, he does have weapon storage ports here on his back. I forgot to mention that. Really quick, just so you can see him with all the others. I'm gonna have to move him back further for that. Probably pull the camera back too. Here we have the Earthrise and Siege Optimus figures. So again, for being a movie figure, this one still does a really good job of keeping a G1 aesthetic, which is awesome. Here he is with the other Studio Series Optimus I have. See just how different he is compared to that one. So, and you know what? Why not? I haven't done one of these. We'll do just kind of a big group shot. We'll bring in Dropkick, Bumblebee, the Good Shatter, Cliff Jumper, who I really need to fix his stance. Put his legs back together. So yeah, Cliff Jumper. And even though he wasn't part of this series, he is still a Bumblebee figure. Blitzwing. So, yeah, overall, all these figures are super, super great. The transformations, again, these are Studio Series figures. They're pretty in-depth. I'm probably actually going to swear off reviewing Studio Series figures, at least for transformations, after this fiasco. But overall, yeah, any of the figures you see standing here, let me put in other Bumblebee and Copter Dropkick. Any of these figures are infinitely worth your time. This thing's still a piece of crap. Do not get this thing. Any of these other 8, though, are fantastic. Yes, I am aware there is a heavy retool of Blitzwing coming out that they turned into Starscream. We'll see if I'm feeling up to reviewing that when it gets here. But until then, again, infinite recommendations. Check these figures out. They are some really good stuff, even if I'm too stupid to record them being transformed. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up with me. And I will see you next time.